Hello everyone, welcome back to the AI Engineering Crash Course. Today we'll talk about Python, JavaScript, and UI. So in this video, I'll just be giving you some advice, giving you some tips, giving you some libraries, giving you some tools to help you learn and understand JavaScript and Python so that you can go and start confidently this complete tutorial. I'll also be giving you some UI tips just in case you want to extend the project a bit more. So this is the last part of the introduction where we went through AI engineering, ML, data science, and software engineering. We went through some kind of history of LLM. We talked about API and SDK, and now we're talking about programming languages and UI. So it's just a global introduction to the whole course. And then after that, we'll talk about prompt engineering. So we'll go through prompt engineering challenges, why you need to understand prompt engineering. We'll talk about parameters that the model gets and why it matters. And then we'll talk about zero shot, few shot prompting, all the prompting technique that you may need to know as a programmer or as an AI engineer. So get started. So from the last video, we went through all this, explaining machine learning, deep learning, LLM, SDK and APIs. And as you may have seen, most of the code that you have here are either JavaScript or Python, right? So we need to choose. It doesn't mean you cannot build LLM with other programming languages, as I mentioned it, as I showed it using our Postman interface. This is just an HTTP request, and this HTTP request can be reproduced by almost any programming language out there. So you can create your AI tools with Go, Java, PHP, or whatever you want. But you will just lack the SDK and a lot of libraries. So it will be a bit harder, but you can do it. So this is the reason why we have to choose between Python and TypeScript in JavaScript in general. But for the sake of simplicity, we'll go with Python. We'll be working with Python throughout this whole course. But as you will see, these libraries are basically the same. So if you learn either Python or TypeScript or JavaScript in general, you will not be missing something. You will have the same API, you will have the same SDK, despite the fact that the Python environment is a bit more developed for machine learning, AI engineering, and everything. You will basically have the same thing. The advantage with JavaScript, on the other hand, is that you can build full stack applications, really reactive applications directly with AI using incredible libraries that I'll be showing throughout this video as well. So, Now, how do you learn JavaScript or Python? I will put in the description of this video some really great course that will help you get started with JavaScript and Python. But if you know JavaScript and Python already, it's good. So you don't need to learn again. You can just go to the next part of this video, which is prompting, and start learning from there. Also, concerning the installations that you need to work, you just have to go to Google and type Python. Search for the logo of time. So you come to the python.org. Pretty simple. You have a download. You click on these, you will download Python and you will install it. As simple as that for your operating system. So you have Mac OS, Linux. It's actually on almost all the operating system, unless you want to program on your phone, but you can install Python almost everywhere. So as you may see, Python is pretty simple. The language is kind of written to be as easy to read as English. So you just define a function. While this happened, print this. It's actually an easy language to learn. Same for JavaScript. So you can choose either of them, but with this tutorial, we'll be going with Python. Now, what about UI libraries? We will be using Streamlit because we went with Python. But if you want to know about more about other libraries that are out there that you can use to build AI application, you have React, which now needs some kind of framework behind it. React is a really good front-end framework that can help you build front-end pretty quickly. You also have Next.js. I think it's a go-to solution most of the time because they have the AI SDK, they have simple integration. They have direct backend, and it's the easiest way to get started with front end. So you need to go to the Next.js page and start learning. They have great tutorials. You can see a lot of content also out there on Next.js. And if you want to know a bit more about Streamlit, it's a simple solution to help you quickly prototype applications, so we can use it in our process just to create some quick UI to test our application and test what we are doing. So as you can see here, we have this simple line that will create this simple app for us. Same as for everything, you just come to the web page here. You have the line to install Streamlit here. You click on it, and you will be installing it later, and you install it. And normally when you say Streamlit hello, you'll see something. For the UI, we don't really have a UI. Otherwise, we'll be using either V0 or Bold.new, but we don't really have a UI for the moment. We'll be doing everything with Streamlit, so everything is good there. In terms of tool that you need to install, I think I gave everything. Python, you need to install Python. And then I will show you how to install Streamlit, how to install all the packages that you need to work with Python. And then lastly, at the end of the video, or with the project that we're doing, we'll integrate FastAPI. So just need to type FastAPI. As the name suggested, it's a quick way to make APIs. And we talked about API before, so you need to understand, you must already understand what an API is. So this will help you yourself create your own API pretty quickly. We'll also be showing the whole process of installing it, configuring it, and working with this. So yeah, I think we went through everything we need for this tutorial. In the next part, we'll talk about prompting challenges, and prompting in general, prompting techniques and everything. So this is the end of the first module. See you in the next module. And don't forget to subscribe. Forget to say that. And comment if you have any question or any issue. Thank you for watching. And see you in the next one. Peace.